Can I get everybody to get seated who wants to seat? We're going to start in about 1.5 minutes.
We had to yeah, that's how it is. We would have to pass it every single day.
10:28.
No. Women from both sides relate to this. I was too though.
I know. Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Keep it up there.
Good morning. Hi, how are you?
Good morning, everybody. My name is Scotty Ratliff. I have the honor of acting as the MC today. I'll try my level best not to be funny or long-winded. Just to kind of give you a brief overview of what we're going to do. We're going to start with the flag song, the honor song, and rising of the flag, and then Arlen Shoyo will give us an opening prayer. So I'll turn it over to the drum and we'll begin.
remembrance and in honor of those veterans that have served. Those that have been called home and those that are still here today. I want to take this time to thank them for their service. So with that, again, I ask you this morning to pray along with me for those that you hold near to your heart. I've been blessed to be able to talk in my native language, Shawnee language, so I'm going to use that this time. So bear along with me. I'm not going to I can bet you, it can be all with you. I can write your way. How are you? It couldn't even not put in some swab the hand. It can be a duke's it could be or novel. So I will call my web. She can bet you, it can be all with you. And so can we. Unzamai. My Koran, the Manduk's a Nikoit. Zangus shouldn't take any Zangus. Whereas this looks so ik, so will be on voice and why by you go under. Sounds so shouldn't take. It didn't do everything, came out with G. Gave me one eye can that. And Zangus taking shouldn't take. And this simply was Zangus and shouldn't take. Maybe me. Night and I chose to take on me. It come now it's a oil some Zangus and shouldn't take it. It couldn't even look so to watch. Listen to that again, and I will. When you so in second rate as well as I'm going to be in there. You can actually so marry one just to go and I'm going to swab it and Bunny can actually swab it. I couldn't sign up there. So I need time. Zang is what time they will get. All yours is my coach away, that's what I should get. Maybe that's me. Every meal I've been up on the swear I got some days. Can meet you. Many of us, thank you.
You may be seated. We still got some empty chairs up here, so feel free to make your way in there and sit down. I get to formally welcome you, but I'd like to do that right after Lyle. What gives us just a real brief history of how this thing happened. Lyle?
Good morning, I'm Lyle Wada. And, just to give a brief history here of Richard Pope Post 81. This was formed in 1946. There was 14 original members. And at that time they chose a name for the first Shoshone that was killed in World War II. And so they took that name, which is Richard Pope. And so from 1946 on to today, we're still in that name, so a lot of history there. And with that, that the Post was always talking about having a home, but for some reason or other that through all this time, so nothing ever really came about. They did meet at different places, even using the BIA building at times, but never did have a actual home until Scotty will get in more into that. But what we're doing here today is just more or less coming full circle with what these World War II guys wanted, to actually have a home. So this is part of it, as well as this memorial. So that's, an addition that I think everyone will enjoy. So, but just in remembrance of a lot of veterans. It's and the one that really talked a lot about this was the founder and that building there. So, but it's just it's kind of unreal at times. They restarted this many years ago, and a lot of groundwork has been done to actually make this happen and to come to the point we're at here today. So, and that was Frank Wise. This was a dream of his. He's the one that actually donated this land for this, and there's quite a history to that. What he actually wanted is that he passed away before this even happened. So, and what Frank, he served in the Asiatic, Pacific, and also the European in both fronts as an infantryman. So there's a lot of people like that out there. And through the years, that and listening to these guys was always, joking with them, but they were serious about this. And so now it's happening, and the land that was donated, now there's a building here with a partnership. So it's just really something great. And I've enjoyed a lot of this, I've done a lot of groundwork for this. And I appreciate everyone that has contributed for this. So, and we're still continuing with the same way that they started. That we accept anyone in this post. You don't have to be a Native American or another tribe, or this is just open to everyone. when they first opened, you know, we had farmers, ranchers, you know, throughout the county. And even some people that spent time up in, you know, the, what do you call it, the camp there at Powell, but, you know, they lived down here on Mill Creek, and all the brothers, I think they served in the armed forces at one time or another. So, you know, that we continuously look for people to be with us, and you know, I just hope they do enjoy it. You know, it's just like any other organization. You know, you have people that they come and they go, but still, you know, that we're holding on to what we've got, and it's like Frank Wise's own words. You know, that they accept anyone, so it's open. But I think that's, you know, it says it about all, because, you know, that with this coming on, and, you know, we're working towards it. That's all I can tell you. You know, we're still working at it, and there'll be other things to come. But I want to thank everybody that has come here today, and you know, I always enjoy talking to people. I think that's what I've been doing all morning, so, and last night. So it's wonderful to see people, and I thank you all. And I'm going to let Scotty finish up with part of this too. So, thank you.
So truthfully, without Lyle, without John Cox, and without Lisa Wagner, this wouldn't have happened. But there's a few people that I'd like to especially recognize real quickly. I'd like to recognize Molly Hughes, Liz Rimmer, the Monagatsa family, and especially I'd like John Cox and Tammy Cox to stand up, please. He's one of the people that you can see the fruits of his work. The rest of us just kind of stood around and tried to make it happen. At this time, I'd like all veterans that are present to stand and remain standing for a minute. This whole thing is about veterans, and so we want to honor those people. So if you're a veteran, would you please stand? A little token of our appreciation for all of you. Once you receive your cap, you can set that down. Thank you. Just to add a teeny bit to what Lyle said, Lisa and I was working on the Wind River Development Fund, which is this building behind here. Only we were in little houses here, little offices there, and we finally came to Lyle and said, Lyle, we really need some help. And he said, well, we need some help too. And so we formed a bond. We made an agreement that we would build a building, we would give them an office for 100 years, and we'd do a memorial. Well, we did the first part of that, but time went by, and every time I'd see Lyle or John Weischke or John St. Clair or Lyle or John Wada, they'd say, oh, you know, when are you going to live up to your word? We're working on it. And finally I said to Lisa, we really have to move this thing forward. So we did. And the people that I've mentioned, and there's literally hundreds of others. I'm not going to take the time to thank all of them, but we had a local committee, Jennifer Fort took on the national end of looking at things, and so today we're here. I think it gives us a chance to celebrate and love veterans the way that they loved us and so generously helped us. So thank you. As many of you are aware, Secretary Holland was scheduled to be here. She may still make it at some point, but due to things way beyond my control, she isn't here right now. So, but who is here right now is the governor of the state of Wyoming, Mark Gordon. I'd like very much for us all to welcome him. Good man.
Thank you. I think it's a reminder that not everything is in our control. So thank you, Scotty, for acknowledging that. And Chairman St. Clair, Shannon Dresser, it is truly an honor to be here. Thank you to the American Legion. Thank you to those who made this happen, the Coxes, the Hugheses, Primers, and others. You know, I'm in awe. I am absolutely in awe to think of the veterans that we have here today, and to think of those that are in this program and the spirit that is here today. It is, I think, recognized, and you can feel it. You can feel the horsepower in this room because of those that have gone before and those that have served. And you can feel it in this beautiful Wyoming day when we realize that this country is made better because of all the peoples that live in it. And as governor of Wyoming, it is my honor to serve with two great sovereign nations and the friendships that we have grown to establish and build on as they should. Thank you too to the drum circles. You are amazing, and you remind us of what this country, the heartbeat of this country. So thank you both. So I won't take long because you know it is today we really honor the people who have served this country, the veterans, and they're in this space, and they are the people who have protected the freedoms that we have enjoyed and the freedoms that really we continue. You know, you talked about how it's a work in progress. I think our founding fathers all talked about the pursuit of happiness, a more perfect union. There was never a time when we weren't as peoples, meant to struggle, to work, to make things better. And when I look at this room and I look at, this tent, and I look at this glorious day and the people who are assembled here, I have enormous hope for our country. So, my family has a lot of tradition, and I want to leave you with a comment that my cousin George Patton IV had. Now, George was the son of Blood and Guts, and there's a long story because you all remember that's George Patton Jr. So how did he get to be the fourth? Well, he was actually George Patton III. George Patton IV served in Vietnam, served in more wars. He served in Korea in World War II, and he was always an advocate for soldiers. You may remember that he was anxious to make sure that soldiers were respected far beyond the politics. And that kind of got him in trouble. So when he left, he said these words. He said, "If we are to remain a great nation, from time to time, a few of us are called, perhaps by the Almighty, to serve our nation, to serve our country, and to serve our people." Today, we recognize the service of those veterans, those who have gone before our ancestors, and it is a magical day. But I don't want to stop without also saying thank you to the families of our veterans, because you know probably more than most how much you have to give to that cause as well. But from the bottom of my heart, from the bottom of the nation's heart, God bless us all. God bless you. God bless the United States of America. And thank you.
Thank you, Governor, and especially for the warm words that I think all of us can relate to. At this time, I'd like to bring forward my friend John St. Clair. And just this didn't have anything to do with anything, doesn't mean anything to anybody but John and I, but we went into the Army together.
Thank you, Scotty. It's an honor to be here today as chairman of the Shoshone Business Council and also as a Vietnam veteran. We're proud to have 2 Vietnam veterans on the Shoshone Business Council. The other is Vice Chairman John Waschke. Could you stand? First, I'd like to welcome the Honorable Mark Gordon to the Wind River Indian Reservation again. Thanks for coming. Your presence shows your respect for veterans